Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Asian Dating Podcast. Today, I have a matchmaker, and she is Naoko Matsumoto. Naoko is a certified personal matchmaker, founder and CEO of Traditional Japanese Matchmaker. It is the first international matchmaking company in Japan, specializing in matchmaking for gentlemen and Japanese women all over the world. Naoko established TJM, a matchmaking company in Tokyo in 1999, and she met a wonderful German American man in Los Angeles and relocated to the US in 2006 after getting married. Naoko started hosting singles parties events in Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, Singapore, and Tokyo. In addition, Naoko also started another business that trains matchmakers in 2017. And by doing so, TJM will more effectively cover Australia, New Zealand, and Europe. TJM celebrated 23 years this year. So congratulations on
Thank you.
establishing your business all these years. Naoko and I have known each other for, I think, at least 13 years or so. And we met at a Matchmaking Institute conference. And we've been partnering up, matching up our mutual clients ever since then. And just a great, great business partnership with someone in the industry. So welcome, Naoko, to the show. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you very much for having me here, and I'm so happy. And May always help. May and we, our matchmaking team, helping each other, and we have successful couples.
Yes, yes, we do. We do. We've enjoyed many successful couples and pairing offs of our single people. And today I just wanted to have like a nice chat with Naoko, kind of like as if we're sitting down having coffee and just talking about our business and talking about dating Japanese women. I know that is your niche. So it's very specific. Like I help out men who want to date Asian women, but all different Asian countries. But Naoko helps out men who want to date specifically Japanese women. So I want to kind of just ask you some questions about what's different that you've noticed or have learned in the past 23 years when it comes to dating Japanese women. So just tell me a little bit about what you know and your experience.
First of all, I established matchmaking company in Japan, in Tokyo, Japan, 23 years ago because I wanted to get married. I wanted to find husband outside of Japan. That's the reason.
So you
Mm.
started your business because you were looking for a husband? Like you thought, okay, if I do this business, I can maybe meet a lot of eligible men. Is that how you met your guy? Like through like interviewing him for your business?
Uh, uh, yes, my friend, he said you should start matchmaking company if you get married. Then okay, I'm gonna do it. At that time, there are no international matchmaking company in Japan, so that's the reason I started.
That's awesome. Okay.
Mm.
So how did you meet your husband?
Uh, I when I started matchmaking company, I I couldn't speak English.
Oh, wow.
So I decided to study English in America. Then I went to Las Vegas and moved to Los Angeles. That's 2006, 2005. Then I was studying English. Then I met my husband, actually my client's friend.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
My clients introduced me, his friend.
Okay, okay. So the Japanese women you have in your database,
Mm.
are they looking to meet Western men, or are they looking to meet Western men who are Japanese in the US? Like, what kind of men are your women looking for?
Their diversity, they don't specifically. Some women especially looking for American men, European men, Japanese men in the US, and many different.
Okay.
Mm,
So they're open to all kinds of
they
men.
open.
Okay, okay. So what makes Japanese women so appealing? Why do men like Japanese
Appearing.
women?
They look very young,
Okay.
and we say kawaii in Japan. Do you know kawaii?
No, what does that mean?
Kawaii is cute, but beautiful and cute in between.
Okay. Okay.
Kawaii. And this currently, you know, Japanese anime is popular all over the world,
Right.
and they say kawaii. So men who are into anime world look for kawaii Japanese woman.
Oh, so that
Mm,
that is a thing. So anime,
mm.
you're saying that
Anime.
men actually like that
Mm,
the cute and beautiful combination. So that's
mm.
is that the fascination with anime is looking at beautiful art?
Our male clients, some of our male clients are looking for kawaii type, but
Okay.
some of our male member are carrier type, carrier high carrier,
Career. Uh-huh.
carrier Americanized probably. In New York, I meet many Japanese women who are living in New York City. They are Americanized. They are high career and high income and high, very sophisticated.
Do
So both, mm,
do a lot of your men want women that are high career like the New York women, or they prefer the other type?
there are two different types
Okay.
of male members.
Okay.
One are men who are looking for Japanese women in Japan,
Hmm.
and the other are men who are looking for Japanese women in the US.
Hmm.
So women in the US is more Americanized.
Right.
So we can provide both
Yeah.
uh, types of women's information.
Right. Right.
But most of our female members are in Japan.
Okay.
Mm.
So the men who come to you, they
Mm.
usually are men in the US and they're open to meeting Japanese women in Japan. And then
Mm.
with the chance of her coming over to the US and
Yeah.
relocating to the US. Is that majority of your clients?
Majority. However, Corona pandemic changed.
Yeah.
Mm.
How has it changed for you?
Because men living outside of Japan cannot visit Japan.
Right.
Before pandemic, our rule we stated man has to come to Japan to meet.
Meet.
The first
Mhm.
meeting is in Japan.
Right.
So men have to come to Japan,
Right.
but we couldn't do it. For 3 years, about for 3 years,
Right.
two and a half, and so but still women can come to the U.S. So during Corona pandemic, women are very brave. They came to the U.S. in order to meet men. And we have a lot of successful couple, even during COVID.
So what about now? Now that things
Now,
are getting better, are women still asked to come over to see the men first as their first real in-person date, or are men now allowed to fly over there to meet the women?
It depends. It depends. As of October 11, 2022, Japan opened
Okay.
for foreign travelers. So now men really I want to go to Japan. So we have a lot of male members who want to go to Japan.
Okay, good,
Mm.
good. Okay. So when the male member goes to Japan, are they only going there to meet one woman, or are they going there to meet two or three every trip that they fly over there?
We recommend up to 3 women because if they come to see only one woman, it's a little bit risky because of long distance communication.
Right.
So we recommend 3 women up to 3 women at the same trip.
Okay.
But some men, oh, I want to meet more and more and more, more and more. Stop.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
we say if you want to meet more than 3 women at the one trip, we charge a little bit,
Okay.
extra charge
Okay. Okay.
in order not for men not to do it.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. So,
Otherwise, our purpose is marriage,
right.
so they
Not dating.
can't make a decision
Right.
to if you meeting many women
Right.
at once.
Right. So, if a man wants to date Japanese women, are you open to all ethnicities of the men? Is it Caucasian, Asian, African American, Middle Eastern, Asian Indian? Like, what type of guys do you take with your program?
Our company open to all ethnic groups.
Okay.
However, women have their preferences, so we respect their preferences.
Right.
Mm.
Is it tougher if they are not Caucasian men? Like, is it a tougher matchmaking service for them? Like, what guys get the most attention?
The big issue Japanese society has is religion.
Oh, religion.
Japanese people are not religious.
Right.
That's what other, American people or European people have their religious background, and they really vary. We have to respect that. But Japanese women, most of Japanese women don't have a religious affiliate.
Is that a problem for the men? Are the men?
It's not a big problem for men who understand Japanese culture.
Right.
But women are afraid of too strict religious.
Oh, you're saying the women might not want to meet the men if they're very religious. But I work with a lot of Jewish men who want to date Japanese women. Do the Japanese women mind men who are Jewish, but just maybe not so religious then? More spiritual?
They don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. Okay. So basically if someone is Christian and they're go to church and all that, the Japanese women are more hesitant to meet the guys then?
Christian church in Japan, so the hurdle is lower. They
Wait, say that again. What do you mean?
They don't have too much pressure
Okay.
with religious. But if men want to meet a Christian woman, please, then it is very difficult.
Right, right. When I was in Japan, I think 10 years ago, this week, and is the other religion, is it called Shinto? or
Oh, Shinto.
Shinto? Yeah.
Mm.
So is that a religion or what is that?
It's part of religion, but it's only for wedding or funeral or something like that. Ritual.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So they usually go to shrine.
Okay.
It's not a obligation. There is not no classes for studying something about Shintoism in
Okay.
school. It's
So it's
very
more spiritual.
different.
It's more
Mm,
during holidays and stuff like that, or
mm,
important occasions. Okay.
mm.
So what about so if you're helping the women find a man, because I know you take on female clients too, right? You take on male
Mm.
clients,
Yes,
paying clients, and
both.
female paying clients. So the women generally who you take on in Japan, they're open to relocating to the US majority of
Yes,
the time. Yeah,
yes. Our female members are, most of them are can speak English
right,
fluently,
right.
and they have experience that they have studied in the US or they have lived in the US
Yeah,
or other countries. So they are very open-minded.
right, right.
Mm. And
Okay,
they want to live outside of Japan.
right. Yeah,
Because their economic
economy
is
is
not,
not very good
no,
in Japan.
not
Yeah,
really good. No.
yeah. That's interesting. Okay, so
Mm.
when the Japanese women meet men in the US, do they want to still come and work, or do they want to be a housewife, or is that important? Like what is the mindset of the women who want to meet Western men?
Mhm. Um, our female member, we teach with lecture
Mhm.
uh, those who want to get married to Western men in the US. Men and women are 50-50. So housewife idea is not the standard.
Okay,
So they learn. We have a workshop or seminar for them and to study about what is American life, what is American man, what is European style, or so they understand what is they American lifestyle. And most of them want it. It's okay. It's not a problem. But they are afraid of how they can find a job outside of Japan
right,
because of the language issue and the cultural differences. And even though women who are doctors, teachers, nurses, they have certified in Japan,
mhm,
they cannot use
right.
they have to study it again
Again, right.
after outside of the US. So they are afraid of what they can do outside of Japan.
So what do they do? Like if they find a great guy
Mm.
in the US, do they
Mm.
decide, okay, I'm not going to work or get a lower paying job, or
Mm.
are the guys open to supporting them?
Mm. Yes, men understand Japanese women. For it is very hard for Japanese women to find a job in the US or other countries. So first, they are going to Japanese women go to ESL, English as a second language, or other universities or something like that. They study something in the US or other countries to certificate or to get certificate, or New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, or big cities have Japanese companies.
Right.
big Japanese companies are there, so they can find a job there.
Okay.
And now they want to do their own business. They want to start own business.
Right. So
Mm.
they know, they have a plan, they know what it takes to
Mm.
relocate to another country. Okay,
Mm.
good for them. So how does your program work if someone wants to sign up with you
Mm.
to have you help them find a Japanese partner?
Mm.
How does your matchmaking work?
We do free consultation. That is the first step.
Mhm.
We do online session for
Like
free.
this, like a Zoom call?
Like this.
Okay, okay.
Or I go to New York every month, so we can do a meeting person session, and we explain our system, how it works.
Mhm.
So if they understand that they want to meet Japanese women, they sign up for profile registration. Profile registration is 1 hour registration, and they clients create their profile, their own profile. Then we start a search. Then we send them possibilities,
Okay.
possible matches,
Mhm.
a few matches. Then they can decide if they become a member for the membership, sign up for the membership.
Okay.
So we have 3 steps. We do this because we do this because some men want to become a member, full member directly, but we say no. Let's start from the profile registration first.
Right.
Because we don't know who matches or never matches, or I don't know. If we receive money, then no matches. We can't do. We don't want to do it.
Right. Right.
It's not the it's unhappy both of us. So we profile registration is a period for trial.
So the profile registration, is that free or?
No, it's
Oh.
$330.
Okay, so you do a
For 1 year.
profile registration. Okay, and then you do a search for them. You say, okay, these are the type of women that we think you would like to meet. What do you think? So then they take a look and they're like, okay, then I want to join. Because once you send them the profiles and they're okay with the profiles, then you know you have the women for them and then they join, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
When they become a full membership, we can set up already arranges a meeting.
Right. Okay. So if they want more information, they can contact you for that, for pricing and all the specifics. Tell me a little bit more about, have you noticed any difference in the men who want to date Japanese women or all Asian women? Like, do they know why they want to date Japanese women specifically versus other countries?
Some men don't care about other Asian women from other Asian countries like Chinese women, Korean women, Thai women, Filipino women. They just want to meet Asian women.
Right. Okay.
Include Japanese.
Right. Right.
But some specific men want to meet only Japanese women.
Right.
Because some men used to work in Japan.
Right.
Or some men, military men in Okinawa or something like that. They used to be in Japan. Or their family members get married to a Japanese woman, or men who are themselves American Japanese or something like that.
Yeah,
So
or
they
speak the language. I've met a lot of men who speak Japanese and they have experience with Japanese women. Like you said, they used to live there, maybe military, maybe they knew a neighbor who married a Japanese woman and they
Right.
that it's a good thing. So yeah,
Right. They see happy couples.
right, right,
Mm. That's
yeah,
the reason they choose Japanese woman or Asian woman.
right,
Mm.
right. Yeah, that's very
But
interesting.
funnily, some men who divorced Japanese women come to us and they want to meet Japanese woman again.
Yeah, because they
That's-
like the Japanese culture, right? Like
yeah.
they're familiar with it. They feel
Mm.
like they really get along with a nice Japanese woman. And
Mm.
I feel like based on I'm Chinese,
Mm.
based on my experience with Japanese women and the Japanese culture, I feel
Mm.
like the Japanese women are like nice and sweet
Yeah.
and more quiet, where they're not so opinionated. Like I feel like Chinese women are more opinionated, more
Really?
dominating. I feel that way.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if my husband feels that way, but I feel like Japanese women are just more polite. Maybe it's a
Mm.
stereotype, or just kind, and they're more polite, I feel like. Even dealing with Japanese men, I feel like they're more polite than Chinese men.
Mm.
Do you find there's a difference or no?
Probably part of the part of it is because their English skill, uh, especially Japanese woman in Japan, Asian woman, English skill is probably higher than,
Oh, okay.
so they can express themselves what they want to say.
Right, right,
The Japanese women want to say something but don't know what to say.
right. No, I get
That's
it. I get it.
part of the reason.
Right. Because
Mm.
Japanese people have been in the
Mm.
US a lot
Mm.
longer than Chinese, right? Like the
Mm.
Japanese came over to the US many, many longer. So I feel like the Japanese women in the US are
Mm.
probably more outspoken, maybe. Like
Mm.
they're the Japanese American women are very different than Japanese
Mm.
women from Japan. So yeah, I guess that's for every country. So
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we also tell them speak up.
Right,
So, otherwise, men don't understand them,
right,
right? So we teach them to say everything what they want, they think, they feel.
right.
Mm.
So what are some of your tips for American men that want to date Japanese women in Japan? Like, what are some things you want to let the men know to be cautious of?
Uh, um, yes, men, we tell them to be a good listener. That's based on skill, English skill.
Okay.
They are fluently. Their English. My female clients, female members' English skill is fine, but probably for men, not fabulous. They have to be patient. They have to be a good listener, and they care about. They support. I want them to support to how to enjoy American life or their their customs, their culture, because they have to learn from now, from when their life
Right.
outside of Japan. Mm.
So you're saying that advice for Japanese women that you work with is they should speak up and should communicate the best
Right,
they can and not be afraid of that. And
right.
the American men who want to date them should be patient and maybe also
Right,
encourage them to speak up, right? And really listen, because maybe it takes them a little bit longer to spit out
right.
what they think. Or what about Google Apps? Do your clients ever use Google Apps, or that's not necessary?
Google app.
Google Translator app?
Oh, we tell our female client not to use Google
Okay,
app
just try to
because
communicate.
it's not accurate.
Okay,
It's not accurate, and if mistakes happen,
great.
and because of Google app,
That's not good.
that's
Okay,
that's
so
not.
you don't suggest they use Google app. You just suggest that they try to communicate and speak to each other.
Mm.
Okay, okay, very good. So you said you learned English 23 years ago. When did you start learning English?
I started English when I middle school.
Okay, so how old was that? How old were you when you had to start learning how to speak?
12. I was at the age of 12. I
Okay,
studied English, but in Japanese education, English education is very poor. We studied, this is a pen. It is nice or something.
so very basic.
And they study English because for entering pass to the high school examination.
Uh-huh.
So their English grammar is fine, but they cannot speak English very
Okay.
well.
So they do teach English in Japan, you're saying, but because they don't use it or don't practice it, their English is not that good, right? So you just have to use it to brush up on it. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. What else? What else can you tell us about dating and dating? Actually, do your clients ever meet in the middle? Like instead of going all the way to Japan or coming all the way to the US, is there like a middle point where they meet? Like, is there another? Okay, where do
Some
they?
people meet in Hawaii,
Okay.
or right now Europe. They do
Okay.
Europe or Canada.
Where in Europe? We're in Europe and we're in Canada usually.
Um, Canada, Vancouver is one of the point, and Canadian airline is not expensive.
Okay.
So they
Okay.
use Canadian airline.
Oh, good. Okay. So there's a lot of options. I feel like a lot of times people want to date people internationally, but they don't really know the logistics. So this is good. So it's like you can make a vacation out of meeting in Hawaii or meeting in Vancouver or meeting in different places. Like, especially with the pandemic now, I feel like it's opened up the whole world. Like you can do a Zoom call like this or video call and get to know somebody.
Yes.
And then just be adventurous. I mean, hate that all your women are adventurous and want to meet men all over. So, it's just like a different mentality versus somebody who wants to date in Pasadena and they only want to date in their backyard. I live in Culver City and I only want to date within 20 miles of Culver City. So I just feel like if people shift their mentality a little bit with dating, it's like, okay, if you feel like all the people you're meeting in Culver City or Irvine is not working out, then you need to do something to change your demographics and
Yeah.
further, right? Like you never know who you'll meet. And especially now with the pandemic, people are meeting all over the place and they can work at home and they could even do a date, like a video date while they're at work, So it's just never know, just opens up a lot of possibilities for people. So
yes.
yeah. So what is your age range of the women that you specialize in, like, or men? Like what kind of men and women do you like working with, your ideal client?
Men 30 up to 30s to 60s,
Okay.
probably 70s. We have 70s, and women late 20s to 55, 60s.
Okay. So all across the age range. Is it tougher if a man is in his 70s? Like, do you have a lot of women?
70s, not if they want to meet similar age range, 70s, 60s, or 50s, possible.
Yeah.
But if she said younger woman,
Right.
that is a little bit difficult.
Do you have a lot of men that want to meet women like 20 years younger, or mainly like up to 10 years?
That's the difficult part. If a man who are over 50s and they wanna if they want to have children, start a family, they wanna meet they say a woman, they wanna meet a woman under 35, which is a 20 years age difference.
Mhm.
That's difficult.
Do you still take them, or you say no?
We discuss for many hours.
Yeah.
Then we say your case is very difficult,
Right.
so it may take time.
Right.
Is it okay for you?
Right.
Then if they say let's try, okay, let's try, but we cannot guarantee
Right.
many
Yeah.
introductions.
Yeah.
If they really okay, let's start.
Right.
So it's a big
It's tougher.
difficult,
It's tougher.
tough.
Yeah, I agree. When I
Mm.
have men who come to me that are over 55 that want to have kids,
Yeah.
they want to date women that are, 33 and under.
So then,
Like
yeah.
that's not my specialty.
Mm.
I don't like doing that. I don't, unless they look super young and they, have a lot to offer. But if they don't, it's really difficult. It's like at that point, you're better off doing online dating. But I will talk to them, but it's just we really need to figure out a plan. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't want
Unless they are a millionaire.
Right. What do you have
We
to
had a
offer,
case.
right?
Yeah, we had a case who is men are 61, women are 35 or so,
Mhm.
and he was a millionaire, and
Yeah.
she had a kid, but she wants to, she can have more
More
children.
kids.
So
Yeah.
they are very happily married and living in San Francisco.
Good. Good. Well, Naoko, thank you for spending
Ah,
the morning with me. I just wanted to talk to you and talk to you a little bit about your
yes.
business. And if there's a guy out there listening who's interested in meeting Japanese women, Naoko is the matchmaker to go to. She specializes in helping Japanese women meet amazing, successful guys. So if you want to get in touch with her, I will put her information in the show notes. And Naoko, if you want to tell us your website, maybe your phone number, in case we
Now,
want to get in touch with you. Yeah.
our website is traditional Japanese matchmaker.us.
Okay.
But this is a very long name, so we say TJM.B as a boy and Z as zoo. TJM.BZ.
Okay. So I will put all that in the show notes in case people want to get in touch with you. And thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for having
I
me.
will talk to you later. Okay. Bye, Naoko.
Bye.